Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm here to support both bills. I have the companion bill in the Senate, Representative Wade Hull's bill, but I'm also here to voice my support because, ladies and gentlemen, we have all sorts of limits on free speech. And the most frequently pointed to being the one that freedom of speech doesn't mean that you have the right to randomly cry fire in a crowded theater. We just don't yell a bomb on a plane 35,000 feet up in the air. We just don't walk into a bank and see a bank robbery. Because the action could unnecessarily endanger public's lives. And basically that's the thrust of my bill. Look, we have a right to protest. I believe in First Amendment rights. But when you endanger the public community, a rescue, heading toward the hospital, heart attack victim, fire and rescue personnel tell you that minutes count. And for that person to lose their lives because of a highway protest, especially on 95, or a pregnant woman heading to the hospital with a complicated delivery, minutes could count. And basically, I think the message is very important. The problem is that some protesters want to ignore is that the facts that with rights like freedom of speech comes responsibility. And I think a strong message has to be sent. And when you do want to protest, you also got to be responsible for the actions. They endanger the public's life. I heard earlier, when I was here earlier about testimony, a felony is a serious crime. We charge people for shoplifting a second time felony. We charge people with a felony for forging checks. Basically, it's very important that we look at the consequences of anyone that's endangering the lives of the public, especially blocking 95. And I know this committee will make amendments to Representative Hull's bill, and I welcome amendments to my bill because I also feel that we should have a bill that supports the issue. It also sends a strong message. And I have no problem, Mr. Chairman, when Representative Hull and I sit down, we know that there's a lot of gray areas that have to be corrected. I know one term in the bill said highway, but that could mean any highway in the state of Rhode Island. What we want to do is we want to limit it to the main highways in this state, Route 95, 295, 195, and maybe 146, which feeds into Route 95. Maybe Route 6 that feeds into I-95. Some of the overpasses, off and on ramps, maybe create a 2,000-foot barrier along every overpass of Route 95. And basically, my argument is I don't want to see someone lose their lives because of the protest on our most important highways in the state of Rhode Island. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Senator Raptakis?
Senator, I surely appreciate how you always come us with your heart and what you mean about. And I don't think you and I disagree in any way in regarding the safety of the public. But when you use the subject matter, but when you take the word felony, and that's why I'm trying to make Ray understood. I know you signed on to Representative Canario's bill. So it's sort of like, well, make up your mind, Ray, which way you're going to go, a felony or a misdemeanor. But a felony, especially in the poor community, or a felony for a young student who's never been in trouble before and goes on the highway and does what he should be doing, like Representative Canario and you are talking about, and you're putting 5 years hanging over this kid's head. And there's a lot of young people, when we all of us in this room start paying attention to demonstrations that's going across this country, all across this country. It didn't happen just in Rhode Island, it happened here all the way to the West Coast. You got a lot of young college kids now all of a sudden they're going to get screwed up because they can't continue on with this felony hanging over their head. So I ask that you, like I told Ray, why don't you pull it, work with me on this, the misdemeanor. And because I'm concerned about a lot of good young kids that we need someday to be out of this, that are going to be sitting up here someday. I'll just say, just be careful that with felony. That's what's getting me.
Representative, I have no problem working with you, with Representative Hall, and also with the judiciary, because those are individuals also that will be hearing these cases and working with them. Because I think we have a gray area between both bills, and I think most of us agree we do have to send a strong message. You just can't walk down Route 95 and say, I'm gonna protest and block that road. But there's also we have to find that responsibility. I know exactly where you're coming from. Because we wanna make sure that we don't endanger the lives of a heart attack victim being rushed to Route 9 to Round Hospital, or a pregnant woman. So I have no problem working with both my colleagues on this side of the aisle, and you and I have always working together on many, many issues, on many pieces of legislation, and I think we will find common ground. I'm speaking on behalf of my bill.
Oh, you're right, I'll work with you.
Thank you.
I'm just worried about the young leader that we're gonna have someday, and we're gonna screw their life up.